Trusted voices for today's fan. Fourcastsports.com. It's more than sports. It's culture, it's conversation, and it's always real. This is Throw Up Tackle, hosted by the Mario Washington, the Doc, and LJ, where sports and pop culture collide. Trusted voices for today's fan. Only on Fourcast Sports at Fourcastsports.com.
Age ain't nothing but a number. Playing sports ain't nothing but a thing. These NCAA policies will never change. This is Throw Up Tackle presented by Fourcast Media.
Yes, Throw Up Tackle presented by the Fourcast Media Podcast Network, Fourcastsports.com. I am the Mario Washington. That voice you just heard was the Doc, and LJ was good.
Hey, man, that man have a song every time, man.
He be coming up with some stuff, boy. It's like it's a song for everything, right? So let's hop into some hometown love here, man. The Panthers, after we talked trash about them against Buffalo in their preseason game, they looked pretty good in their preseason game against Jacksonville. Bryce Young was 5 for 6. They had a 58-yard touchdown drive on their second possession. Your boy Jonathan Brooks got into the end zone, and they scored in every quarter of the game. Now, it might be that Jacksonville might be ass, but it might be that the Panthers are actually good, and maybe that offense is actually starting to click. But it is a preseason game, and they got one more preseason game this week. I don't expect to see starters play in that, but you know, y'all changing your opinion about what you think about them this year now?
No, because it's still the preseason at the end of the day. I mean, the real question is Xavier Legette, the hometown hero, South Carolina native, Mullen, South Carolina to be exact. Sir, what are you doing for the Carolina Panthers?
Mullins, South Carolina.
I said Mullins.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. What are you doing for the Carolina Panthers? Because, sir, it looks like you about to be in that good old line, sir. Because you ain't showing up nothing. You were supposed to be the heir apparent to Steve Smith, Muhsin Muhammad, and the next great, but you out here looking like who put him in that category?
I mean, he was a first round draft pick. They moved up into the first round to get him, man. And he ain't looked nothing like how he looked when he was in his last years at South Carolina. He was great at South Carolina, man. He returned kicks and everything. He ain't doing nothing.
I'm going to tell you a part of the problem, man. And a lot of people don't want to hear this. But sometimes you got to get away from home. I don't know if it was in his best interest to be like still in the Carolinas to start his career, because you got to be able to, you got to go somewhere where you're willing to put that work in, somewhere where, you know, like you're going to maintain a standard for yourself. It's easy to get comfortable at home. You always can go back to your mama's house and you know, work at the local grocery store and not feel pressure to like to kind of just do your own thing. But I'm gonna say this about the Panthers. My opinion on the Panthers has not changed, but my expectation remains high of them. This is the thing. The Saints, they on the come up, but I don't believe in the Saints like that. The Falcons is a disappointment waiting to happen. And Baker Mayfield got beef with his own team, talking about how they disrespected him. So this is your time, Carolina. If there was ever a time to go 9-7 and win a division and be able to hang the banner and say, hey, we won a division again, this is the year. The pressure's on y'all. There's no reason the Carolina Panthers should not win the NFC South other than the play of the Carolina Panthers.
I don't know about that, man. Like, I think Tampa is going to be down a little bit, but I think that the team that everybody need to be concerned about in the NFC South is the New Orleans Saints, man.
Yep.
Because they actually like they quietly they got Travis Etienne, because we were saying his name wrong the whole time.
Right there. Because
I'm sorry, what?
In English class,
your mama call him Etienne, I'm gonna call him Etienne.
In spelling, we learn how to pronounce words.
That is a Cajun word. And
that right there is
we don't speak Cajun.
I don't speak Asian. I speak black.
I say Cajun. He said, yeah, I speak black.
No, first of all, he said he don't speak Asian. I was just like, we wasn't even talking about That continent. What was talking about?
I speak black. I'm gonna start telling people that.
Wait a second. Now.
Nah, but I think that New Orleans actually got pretty good over the offseason. I think that, what we saw out of them towards the end of the season, we laughed about the quarterback being the quarterback because everybody thought that they should have taken Shedeur Sanders. What's his name? Tyler Shough.
Tyler Shough, man. The old man.
He was balling out. Like he was
what you do with peas.
What?
You got shuck the peas.
Oh, shuck the peas.
That's how you pronounce his name. We working on pronunciations.
I mean,
you got E-Chain and Shuck.
We was talking about this. Like I don't know if this show is going to ever come out. Me and Wafik and Trump did a Good Old Boys episode.
Ho. Who?
Black Trump. We did we got to make the distinction, right? We did an episode, and it was just an hour and 10 minutes of us just talking, right? And one of the things we ended up talking about, somehow we ended up talking about Gullah Geechee, and what you just said was Gullah Geechee. When you gotta shuck the peas. If you say that to somebody from New York City, they ain't gonna have no idea what you talking about.
And that's because they don't got no good peas up there.
They listen. I sat on the porch with my grandma when I was 6 years old, shucking them peas, boy.
Man, that corn too, shit. That corn too. Get off that dang on car.
Yeah, man. So, all right, we're gonna come back and we're gonna talk about a good running back, not a great running back, retiring, and a reporter, I think, crossed the line with an NFL player. Let's throw up tackle. Back on Throw Up Tackle, Fourcast, sports.com. And your boy Josh Allen was hot in a press conference here recently. And as a member of the media and stuff, man, we got to do better when you're talking about the ethical treatment of players that are allowing you into their inner space. A locker room is basically a sanctuary, and you're going to learn things about players, and sometimes you need to hold off on trying to be the first person to report on something. So Josh Allen went to the podium, and he ended up having to criticize the way that the news of the death of his teammate Ed Oliver's son became public. And I feel like it raised a legitimate question about where being first ends and basic human decency begins. There's been so many times when I've been aware of things that I did not say out loud to public, because you're developing a rapport with these people when they are allowing you into their space like that. And, to reveal that information before the family was ready for it to be out, man, just was uncalled for. I'm not even going to call the reporter's name, man, but just be better, man.
Well, obviously you paid attention in media ethics class when you took it. And, a lot of reporters this is, I hate to gatekeep things, but there's there is a value to a formal education in most areas. And if you go off of what is publicized, then you will think that, oh, well, the best way to do breaking news is to break all the news. But you lose the value and the credibility of the relationship and the human component that comes along with telling the stories of these players, because the players rely heavily on the media to tell their story. Not everybody has the capacity to have their own podcast, nor should they. They should be focused on playing ball. But more importantly, we as a society have to take life more seriously. And I was going to say death, but we need to take life more seriously. We move way too quickly when we're getting into people's business about tragedies that they've experienced or expect them to move on fairly quickly. And like these things, it's a news story to that reporter, but that's life for the family. Like they're going to have to, they're going to have to mourn that long term. And so however long it takes for them to share that information, like I've seen like people pass away and like they will take a week plus just to talk about like, all right, now we're ready to talk to people about it. Like, that's okay. Everybody has to grieve differently, but it ain't your place to put that information out. And so they were right to call them out for it.
Rest in peace to Ed Oliver's son, nonetheless. But at the end of the day, reporter has a job to do. And unfortunately, it was terrible news at terrible timing. But at the end of the day, a reporter has to report. That's their job. A journalist is to report. That is what. Go ahead.
You think about there were other reporters that knew about this and decided to not report on it because the family hadn't released a statement yet.
Yes,
I mean, I just feel like it wasn't in his place.
I understood, but this also happened over the summer, like June, July timeframe.
But again,
September.
like, I mean, there's a reason why I wasn't out there when other people knew about it. And
so what about what is your take on this Kyle Shanahan then? What is your take on him?
That
doesn't involve the death of someone who's not a public figure. Because
correct.
While Ed Oliver is a public figure, his child was not.
And the rest of the family isn't either. And I will tell you this. When I was at the Winthrop, there's a USA Today reporter named Doug Smith, and he came to speak to a class. And Doug Smith came and spoke to a class, and he is known because he was the guy who broke the story about Arthur Ashe being HIV positive, and he regretted it. And this was years later, after Arthur Ashe had passed, and he was telling us how he regretted it, and he was talking to us about the ethics of understanding, yes, you have a job to do, but also understand that these are actual people. And he regretted it, and I'm sure that he regretted it, from the time on, man. And I just think that like there's a line that you don't want to cross. I feel I understand what you're saying too, LJ, but like
we use the term they use the term with us called newsworthiness. Like,
yes,
is this information important enough for the public to know? And when you're dealing with people who are not public figures, I would say it's not really that important for the public to know, unless the family wants to share that information.
Yeah.
Okay. So Lord, if murder happens, somebody
different.
dies every day. Somebody dies every day.
That's a crime.
Not a public.
That's different.
That's a crime.
So I mean, we ain't got to discuss it. I'm just curious to see what's the thought process, because how about
it's a producer as a news producer has to fill up a 30-minute block.
I get
right?
that, and I can tell you,
we all know this.
I understand that, but I told y'all this story before, man. Like, I knew about a particular coach having COVID. We all knew about it, and none of us reported on it and allowed him to make the announcement himself. I mean, it's just certain things, man, like you can sit on, man, because it ain't going to help your career that much more anyway. The way that I see it, Now, transitioning into Nick Chubb retiring, and I think that he had an injury, a devastating injury in 2023. Somehow he was able to come back from it. But, like, I think that injury robbed what could have been a 10,000-yard back in his career. He finished with 7,300 yards, and he averaged 5 yards a carry in his career, man. It's super impressive. But like,
especially considering he was doing this with the Browns.
I was just about to say that.
Like, so like the pass was not a threat.
Yeah. But
and he had to share the backfield for a significant period of time with Kareem Hunt.
Kareem Hunt, right. But he had 1,500 yards rushing in 2022 and 4 consecutive Pro Bowls. I know that LJ knew how great he was in college because you was a Bulldogs fan then, right?
Yep. Him and Sonny Michel. And Todd Gurley. Man, that's crazy that they had all three of them, though. Just thinking about that. Just think about that locker room. Sonny Michel, Todd Gurley.
Hold on. Doc is giving you the Dr. Umar eyes because
I'm trying to figure out at what point was we like, because you saying they now. So was that your squad then?
When did they become we for you?
I've been there. I've been there.
Wait, because you live in Georgia?
No, I just got here. I just got there. I got there in a couple years ago. But yeah, man, it's crazy how the running back lifespan is not for long, right? So,
it's crazy, right?
I think Sonny Michel was at 29, Gurley was at 30, and Gurley was the man.
And had arthritis in his knee, and it was over.
And that window closes so quick, and this is why, going back to our previous topic about like Jahmyr Gibbs and Bijan Robinson, why it's so important specifically for running backs, get your money as early as possible, because there's a strong possibility that that second contract might be your last big contract. You might not get another one on the other side of that.
Yep.
Everybody in Derrick Henry. Derrick, I don't know what, that man is indestructible.
I mean, it's the workout regimen. The workout regimen and the eating,
it's the TB12 system
of people. Like, does he look like?
We're going to come back and we're going to play some toss up and throw a tackle. Back on Throw Up Tackle, fourcastsports.com. All right, so we're going to play some toss up now. We brought this up earlier. My man Daquan Wright, that dude went from Ole Miss to the NFL and signed with the Philadelphia Eagles, got picked up by the Cleveland Browns, and now, because of a lawsuit, is headed back to college to play for LSU. We ain't never seen this before, right? So, toss up. Is this new pathway good for college, or does it further blur the line between college and professional sports? LJ.
I think it's great for college because it's entertaining. Nonetheless, it's something that people talk about in the off season before the college football season even starts. But it's actually terrible it's a terrible product for the NCAA as a whole, because what precedent are we setting if these guys sign with a professional team and still have eligibility rights to come back to campus to be a college student? I didn't say, a college athlete, not a college student, a college athlete.
That's what I want to know. Like, when did he get their sign up for his classes? Like, I remember being a student in college and having to wait for the classes to open so they don't fill up, so you can get the right professors at the right times and all this stuff. If he just getting back to LSU in August, what does his schedule look like? Is he taking 15 credit hours, 18 credit hours?
I think he's part-time. He got to be part-time.
He's going to be taking them North Carolina basketball team level classes.
Hey, man, allegedly. Allegedly.
From the Rashad McCann's era.
That was allegedly.
All right.
But this man's 22 years old, man.
He's a grown man playing against kids.
And there's people that I know who just sent their children off to college. You don't want these grown men looming around campus. Man, go get a job.
Hey, that reminds me. Got to go make a trip to the store and get some mace. Next, Ohio State enters the season number 1 in the Associated Press poll, but the schedule is stupid. Road games, number 5, Texas, number 22, Iowa, number 6, Indiana, number 14, USC. Plus they get number 2, Oregon, and number 16, Michigan at home. Toss up. Who's going to win a national championship, Ohio State or the field?
You like to throw these questions out, and every time I'm going to pick the field. But I also want to just say, I know Ryan Day has won a national championship, but that don't mean I believe in him. Like, I feel like Ohio State is prone to mistakes. Now, in this current college football landscape where, like, anybody can win if they can make it into the playoffs, I think they obviously have a great chance of doing it. But, I mean, I'm going to take the field because I'm going to just take the field. There's too many teams. College football is too hard to predict for me to take any one team at this point.
Do you not know who Jeremiah Smith is?
I do.
Do you not know who Chris Henry Jr. is?
I do. Do you not know that? Do you know who Jackson Smith and Jigba and Chris Olave and Harvin Marison Jr. are? Yeah, like they always got receivers. Now, how many championships do they have to account for all of these great receivers that they have?
They got a lot, but not enough.
National championships?
Yeah, they got quite a few.
I'm just saying, like they good for more. Like one every like 7 years.
All I'm saying is that yes, the Ohio State Buckeyes have a tough schedule, but that's just gonna make them even better when the playoff time come.
Not if they'll have them with 3-4 losses.
Hey man, if the University of Miami can make the playoffs,
how many losses did Miami have? How many losses did Miami have going into the playoffs? How many losses did Miami have? You will start with this.
If University of Miami and Alabama can make the playoffs, Ohio State will make the playoffs with 4 losses. And I'm just going to leave it at that.
Miami didn't have 4 losses. Miami had 1 close road loss.
As I was saying, I'm taking the field. I'm taking the field.
That's all I wanted to hear.
For the championship.
That's all I wanted to hear, man.
I don't like the way Little John was talking. Worry about your own squad.
Reckless. The Georgia Wolverines. He just disowned them boys. All right. All right, we got a real competition now in Atlanta. We talked about this a while back, but Michael Penix Jr. fully cleared for 11-on-11 work after recovering from his torn ACL, meaning that Atlanta can finally evaluate him directly against Tua. Toss up, LJ. Who should start week 1, Penix or Tua?
Whoever's the best available. The one who's not injured.
That is the easy way out right there.
The one who's not injured. You know who's going to be the starter. Tua turn the ball over. That's going to be the starter in Atlanta, unfortunately. And they're going to see why the team in South Beach let go of Tua turn the ball over. And that's all I got to say.
I thought LJ
Atlanta
was
got a great
exaggerating.
shot. Atlanta got a great shot at winning the division, but they're going to mess it up again. They got all these playmakers. They just signed Bijan Robinson to all this bread, and you just going to mess it up again because you can't figure out the quarterback situation.
I thought Little John was exaggerating when he be talking about Tua until I pulled this man's stats. This man is thrown for double-digit interceptions 3 out of 7 seasons. You know, like, are you even looking for your team? You out here, like, he threw 15 interceptions last year. 15.
Dang.
15. That is wild. But he is going to be the starter week 1 in Atlanta.
I think so too. All right. Both of these teams are interesting turnaround candidates because of what they did in the offseason. We jump into the NBA now. Utah, the Jazz betting on their young talent, and they expect to take a significant jump while the Pacers are getting healthy. They get what I thought was one of the better performances in an NBA Finals, and Tyrese Halliburton back. So toss up. Which team is more likely to make the playoffs, the Jazz or the Pacers?
Listen, I'm going to go with the Pacers. I'm going to go with the Pacers for one reason and one reason only. I was sitting there watching, was it Saturday night's main event? I was watching Saturday night's main event, and Roman Reigns was in the ring with Jalen Brunson, and then Seth Rollins came out to, like, interrupt the whole thing, and who he had with him? Tyrese Halliburton. Tyrese Halliburton came out there with a chair, and I like that kind of energy. So I'm gonna be looking for the Pacers. You got to understand, like, the last time Tyrese Halliburton was healthy, the Pacers were in the finals. Like, we got to understand, like, that's a good squad. But they didn't have their best player last year. I think they are more due for a turnaround. And I think Utah, I mean, they on the come up, but though they still not, it's going to be a struggle for them to get into the play-in.
To answer your question, it is the Pacers. But I do like the young core of the Utah Jazz. I don't even remember the last time the Utah Jazz even made the playoffs.
Darren Williams. No, when Donovan, what's his name? Donovan Mitchell was there.
That was like 10 years ago.
It wasn't that long.
Because Donovan Mitchell been gone from the Utah Jazz for a very, very long time.
COVID era. It's like, I think it was like, so maybe like 5 or 6 years for real.
So, but I do like Darren Peterson. Ace Bailey needs to get better. They lost Walker Kessler to the aforementioned Lakers.
Yep.
You know, that's a whole nother conversation for a whole nother day. The Lakers ain't even a primetime game no more. Yeah, have y'all noticed that?
And they need to get
some color.
One of the 3 best players in basketball, but they ain't getting no primetime.
The one of who?
One of the 3 best players in basketball. Is he not? Are y'all serious right now?
No, I'm doing the math in my head. I'm trying to figure out if he is.
He is. He made now. Maybe hold on. Maybe
I got Jokic
and Shea, and then Wemby may have surpassed Doncic.
Yeah, I don't know if Luka's definitively.
He's not even. Doncic's not even top 5.
Let's stop.
Speaking of not even top 5,
you can name. Hold on. Hold on, bro. No, hold on. Hold that thought. You can name 5 players better than Luka Doncic right now.
You want Anthony Edwards or Luka?
Luka!
Yeah.
I was just asking a question.
You can't name 5 players better than Luka Doncic, though.
Oh, keep going. I got you. Give me 1 second.
Right,
isn't basketball played on both sides of the floor?
And then what we just talked about?
Luka played defense when it's time to play defense.
Luka better than Thompson? Luka better than Jason Tatum?
Jason, yeah. Absolutely. For sure. Jason Tatum might not have been the best player on his own team.
You got Luka better than Jaylen Brown?
Yeah.
Okay. You got him over Jalen Brunson?
Yes.
You need to stop.
Are you serious, bro?
You need to stop.
Y'all be seeing Luka numbers?
Did you not see Jalen Brunson?
Which number says cholesterol?
Luka is a walking 30-10, but I don't know how Luka going to be next year because he had like personal life stuff going on.
Hey man,
and she trying to take everything, bro.
Huh? What happened to Luka?
Man, if you don't look it up, man.
She tried to get him for everything, man. That man ain't do nothing wrong, man.
She said, I need half of your whole estate.
Word of advice. If you are a millionaire athlete, wait to get married.
Or just don't get married at all.
Oh, I didn't
yeah.
Man, you got it.
You about to struggle.
Man, like, you can't be out here.
Can't go out like Kim.
If she got your kids,
it's a wrap.
She getting the money.
And you don't want to go out like Kim Bazemore neither, though.
Oh.
You ain't heard about that one, dude?
No.
Oh. But you know what?
I be at work, man.
You know
what?
I
don't know what be going on in the streets.
No, I got something to say. You know what?